Now, this was a great question. I look at Bobby. Bobby's like, first one, raise your hands. So, it's one thing to say, I'm committed to be a Crown leader. I want to be a Crown leader. And for those of you that work with me, you know I say it's one thing to have a, it would be nice goal. And it's another thing to have a, I am crawling over glass goal. And so you've listened to many of the Crown leaders. You know many of them. You've been meeting them. Who has the, whatever it takes, I'm crawling over glass, one day I will be a Crown goal? If so, stand up. Now, it feels good right now, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely possible. Is the journey going to be smooth every step of the way? Yes or no?
No.
All right. Are you going to have challenges? Yes or no?
Yes.
You going to have a heck of a lot of wins? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody can take you to Crown. You take you to Crown. This is a leadership decision as much as a team building decision. And if you could get to Diamond Club, you can move through the colored diamonds and get to Crown. So for those of you that is the ultimate goal, only you can set the time frame. I just want you to know that we all believe in you, and we have a community here where you will be supported every step of the way. And I want you to lean into your full potential. You may be sitting here thinking, hell, I never thought I'd be a diamond. Okay? Now we're going to shift what is possible and believe that not only we're going to be diamond, we're going to move through the colored diamonds and move on to Crown. Because if you're going to participate, you might as well participate at the top of the plan. Right? Yes. Go all the way. All right? So, what does it take to be a leader? What does it take to move from diamond to Crown? I would say it takes three things: skill set, vision, and mindset. Now, a lot of people think they must have the skill set. Too many people prioritize skill set, and we've talked about this on Tuesday night calls. They think they have to have the skill set. Here's what I've come to believe. You can be the most highly skilled brand partner in the whole company, but if your head is full of fears and limiting beliefs, you are just a highly skilled, stuck person. Which is a very frustrating place to be. I know the words, I know what to do, but I'm stuck. So I personally believe that there are, well, let me come back one, let me see if that one will work. So skill set, vision, and mindset. I am not here this evening to talk about skill set. Amy has tasked me to talk about vision and mindset, and yet I can't help myself. So I'm just going to take one slide, because I can't help it, and I'm just going to give you my top. Let me go through the 7, then you can put up your, well, you have a handout, or you can take a screenshot. The 7 skill sets I think are mandatory to move towards Crown. So number 1, embrace the beginner's mind. Beginner's mind, every day, learn something new. Don't get stuck thinking you know it all. Beginner's mind, so important. Schedule consistent time for your business. Block off time for consistent time to work your period business. Commit to that principle of promote and maintain, meaning I reach a certain rank and I'm going to maintain that rank every month, paid as, until I move to the next rank. That is a key indicator for success and growth. Okay, promote and maintain. Commit to being in the green each month. I'm not saying you have to double every month or triple every month, although I'm not going to limit you in any way, but to be in the green every month. So every month you are creating more volume on your team than the prior month. You are moving forward purposefully. Okay, what's another top tip? Share a balanced message of customers and brand partners. Don't lean way to the customers. I mean, we've seen examples of people with very high K Club. I think Ron and Carolina, right off the bat, they were both on the leaderboard for K Club, and they were both on the leaderboard for top enrollers. Melissa Hansen on the leaderboard for K Club, on the leaderboard for enrollment. Sonia, same thing. So they are not mutually exclusive. It is a balance that is necessary to go all the way to the top. Duplicate our system. I put them all in initials, but I'll tell you what they are. Declaration Day, Connect Calls, UBT, Fast Start.
K-Club.
Thank you. K-Club, Widen Your Reach, Share Because You Care, Transformation Now, and events. That's our system.
Yeah.
That is our system in a bunch of letters. So, duplicating that system, that's the simplicity of our system. And then the most important, that's going to lead us to vision and mindset, is commit to personal development.
Yes.
So, personal opinion from the mind of Leslie Zann. Success in our profession is 10% skill set, 90% vision and mindset. I want you to get skilled. You must get skilled. You're going to find a lot of courage and confidence in being skilled. And yet that just plays a certain role. Having a vast vision, a clear vision of where you're moving towards, and developing the mindset to live into your vision through personal development. Those are going to be the keys that move you forward. This is a great exercise I saw years ago. So for those of you that have never seen this before, there's a formula. Imagine if every letter in the alphabet had a congruent numerical equivalent. So for example, Alpha's 1, Bravo's 2, Charlie's 3, and Delta's 4. You all with me? All right, so knowledge adds up to 96%. You gotta learn. You got to get the knowledge, you got to know how to talk about Purium, you got to talk about the products, you got to talk about the skill set, you got to talk about the system, right? Knowledge, you have to know what you're talking about, that's 96%. Hard work, consistent activity. It takes hard work if you're going to be great at anything. So hard work, definitely. Showing up, 98%. Guess what 100% is? I know. I love the minute I saw this, I thought, I love this. You can't make this stuff up. All right? Wow. Attitude, 100%. And then one of my favorite quotes from Oprah, the greatest discovery of all. Now, listen to her words. The greatest, not a good discovery, not an okay discovery. The greatest discovery of all is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. Super powerful. I'll tell my friend Oprah, you liked that one. Okay? By changing their attitude. And you get the opportunity to shift your attitude all day long, every day, depending on what happens. Mm-hmm. You own your attitude. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter what's happening external, you own your attitude. That's what liberates me about this particular quote. I'm in charge. All right. So we have vision, we have mindset, we have skill set. We understand that our attitude plays a key role. We are here at Diamond Club, we have a vision. Why are more people stuck? Like what keeps too many people stuck? Okay, I'm going to tell you the reasons why I think people are stuck, and I define them as reasons to fail. Okay, I think being stuck falls under self-sabotage. So what are some of the more common reasons we fail to reach a goal or to see it through? Fears. We've talked a lot about fears. And we talked a lot about what I feel are the universal fears of rejection, failure, success, judgment, and change. We've talked a lot about those on Tuesday night calls. So fears. But again, letting fear keep you stuck is a choice. Having the courage to move through a fear is also a choice. Lack of family support. You're doing what? You're spending so much time away from the kids doing what? You didn't get the groceries done, what? How come we never see you, what? The kids look up and say, Mom's like always on the phone, what? Right? So lack of family support. The solution for that is talking, communication, setting boundaries, right? What are other reasons? No mentorship. Well, my upline's not around, and I don't want to go up to my crown leader because they're so busy. This is a business that is based on collaboration. I know in the corporate world, if you come from the corporate world, but you do it by yourself, you get a gold star. That's not the case here. You must take off your corporate hat, if that's what you're wearing, and put on your network marketing hat. This is collaboration. There is somebody there to help you. And if for whatever reason you're feeling that you are not getting the support you need, you take charge and you find someone to give you the support that you desire. And then you'll have to earn that support. But put your hand up and say, give me 30 days and I will prove to you that I'm worth it. Someone in your upline is there to support you. All right, what else? Ego. I know nobody in this room, okay? But ego tends to keep you stuck. And it usually comes from people who are highly successful in other professions. And then they come into network marketing and feel, well, you don't have to tell me that, like, I know what I'm doing. Right? They're not coachable, their ego gets in the way. I am a perfect example of that. When my mentor first told me about doing three-way calling, I looked at her and said something probably fairly snarky. I wasn't as mature in those days, so I'm already getting into my snarky body language. Okay? I'm sure I said something like, Jan, I sell $1 million homes without a three-way call. Because I did. Yeah. And that's how I felt. And she said, Leslie, you'll have two choices, learn or don't learn. Right? She stopped the income producer of the company. She wasn't gonna, you can either come along or don't come along. I was not coachable in the beginning, but I learned to be because my ego is in the way. What else causes us to fail? Lack of discipline. We just can't find the discipline to show up, be consistent, move through our fears, fail, shift our perception of failure. I really feel, if you want to know the truth, the lack of discipline is the reason why most people fail at most things. They just can't muster the discipline. They'd rather be miserable, failing, than find the discipline to tap into their full potential. It's fascinating, but true. Lack of discipline. Excuses. People become masterful excuses maker. They can tie up an excuse in a little red bow and they start to believe it themselves. Well, it's because this happened, or he said this, or she said this, or they did that, or don't you see what's going on in my life? All excuses are equal. All distractions are equal. It is a choice to be great and move through whatever's going on in your life. Does stuff happen? Absolutely. Rather than making an excuse to fail, talk to someone and come up with a solution to succeed. Leaders find solutions. What else? Lack of self-accountability. Boy, your sponsor can't do it. Your mother couldn't do it. Your spouse can't do it. You must learn to be able to hold yourself accountable. Own your stuff. When you mess up, own it. When you didn't show up, own it. You didn't play full out, own it. I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm saying with compassion, you must learn to own your self-accountability if you're going to be great at anything. Now, for those of you, let's take it to the product side. You all have customers. And I'll just take a customer who has weight to lose. Okay? And I lost 35 pounds on my program. So I went from a size 16 to a size 4. So I know what it's like to go through a weight loss program. But think about it. What is the difference between, for most people who keep the weight or don't get it off? It's that discipline to make short-term changes, that discipline to hold themselves accountable, that discipline to have their vision for health and fitness, not size, but fitness and health and vitality. They gotta want it. I think it's a great analogy. And that analogy carries over perfectly for our business. Lack of self-accountability, lack of consistency. I think we've done many Tuesday calls on consistency. I love this conversation, and I've given you all the benefits of consistency and how the skills grow with consistency. It's to try to do this business all in 3 days and then take a couple days off, all in a week, take the days off. I'd rather see consistent activity every single day if you're gonna move forward. Consistency is the sign of a champion. Consistency means you're all in.
Yeah.
How else do we fail? We focus on frustration before joy. We focus on all the things that aren't working. Well, that's not working, that's not working, that's not working, that's not working. Rather than starting with all the things you're grateful for in this business. I'm so grateful for this company. I'm so grateful for these products. I'm so grateful I'm of service. I love my community. I love my upline. I love my downline. I love the founders. I love the products. I like everything about it. I love the pay plan. Like focusing on everything that is working and getting that mindset to then solve what the frustration is. Too many people do it backwards. And when you focus on frustration first, hell, you never get to the joy part. Right? You just sabotage. And then no clear and compelling why. I don't think I have ever worked for a network marketing company that very early in their system, we talk about identifying a reason why to take action, a reason why to be courageous, a reason why to step through your fears, a reason why to get out of your comfort zone. Your vision for your life, your vision for your business must supersede your fears. And that is a choice. Super powerful stuff. All right, 7 life categories. Why am I bringing this up? Amy said, I want you to come up with something that's inspirational and motivational and helps with vision and clarity. And my favorite exercise for this, and I've done it a long time, my favorite exercise for this, what's worked the most for me personally, for my team when I had a team, for audiences when I worked in an audience, probably the most requested repeat session is vision questing. Because it's very powerful. It is a form of journaling that will, if you choose to accept it, like Mission Impossible, which I can't wait to see the new movie, okay? If you choose to accept it, will literally change your life. Now, oftentimes when I start talking about taking a vision quest, meaning you're gonna journal, and you go 12 months into the future, and you write as if it's already happened. In essence, you are making up your life. Now, when I explain this to groups, I can tell by body language, and you don't have to change the way you're sitting, but I can tell by body language the people that are leaning in and going, oh, this sounds interesting. And the people are thinking, well, this is fairly woo-woo stuff. What are we doing with this? And I felt the same way the first time I heard it. I thought, what? Until I did it and brought something into my life, and then I thought, oh my gosh, if I could bring this into my life, I can bring anything into my life. And today, no matter what happens, I make a big decision about something and I find myself starting, oh my gosh, let's see, what did you just get into? What did you do? I immediately sit down and vision quest and just make it all right. Just make it all perfect. Just make it all positive. I can't control what's going to happen in the future, but I feel better. And if I feel better, I'm going to move into it better. So, before we get into the vision quest thing, I'm walking out in the audience because new diamond Kelly Williams, give her a big hand, please. Talk about courage. So, new diamond Kelly Williams thought that journaling was, she was curious about it. Would you agree?
Yes, I thought this sounded strange, but I wanted to try it.
She didn't buy all in. And she and I talked and she said, Leslie, you gotta see in my journal because the transformation that happened. So she and I sat down today and she was really courageous and vulnerable and transparent enough to show me her journal, right? And so we pointed out there were certain things that happened. All right, so tell them what happened in February 2023.
On February 1st, I first leaned into the thought of coming to Diamond Club, and I ended my journal entry with, I went to Diamond Club in LA and it was awesome.
Now, I want to give you a visual. May I grab it for a moment? So I want to give you a visual. She did a whole page, said nothing about Diamond Club until the last sentence. So having done this for so long, I think it was in the back of her head, it was in her subconscious, and she was just working into it. So at the last minute she wrote, I went to Diamond Club in Los Angeles and it was awesome. Okay? So that's her first leaning into it. And then we journal, not another mention of Diamond Club for 6 weeks. And I think it's percolating because I've had that happen to me. Because you should see what she wrote in this journal session. And what date was this? 6 weeks later. March 16th. Okay, read it out loud.
Diamond Club LA 2023. I just got back from Diamond Club. It was amazing. Business trip of my dreams. I absolutely loved getting to meet Dave and Amy and finally getting to meet Melissa and so many others in person. This was 2 months before I had any brand partners, and I wrote, I love having my own team. It is a dream come true. I can't wait to go back to Diamond Club next year and take more brand partners with me. So exciting. The hustle and all the phone calls, 10 a day, were so worth it.
She's ever sponsored a brand partner. This is the power, and she's here. And I'm telling you, if you will lean into vision questing, and I'm going to go back up there and try to make it very clear to you, and then we're going to give you 10 minutes to just lean into it a little. If you will embrace this, put all resistance aside, it will transform your life. I could have brought anything tonight, and I brought journaling because I know how powerful it is. Give Diamond, and she's ready to see it writing about going to Crown. Oh my goodness, it's not going to be a surprise.
Oh, what? Oh. What? Get it? Okay. That was good. Those are cute shoes, though.
All right, so to do some journaling, there are 7 life categories. We are not going to do all 7 life categories tonight, but I want you to take a picture of them, although I think you have it in your handout, so that when you do take the time at home to do some vision questing, these are the different areas. Your physical, so you talk about your physical, your mental, your spiritual, family, friends, relationships, career and money, adventure, recreation, and service and contribution. Today we're going to talk about number 5, career and money. All right, but I wanted you to at least have, now I do vision work in all 7 categories twice a year. I don't do it in one sitting. I normally do it over a week. And I sit down with the document with the headers at the top. I don't force anything. I've learned not to force anything. And all I do is whatever category comes to mind, I put the header and then I just free flow. And what I've learned is, what I finally learned was not to ignore thoughts that seem impossible, because that's the whole point. So you're gonna think of something, I'm gonna show up with this many people, or I'm gonna promote to the next level in 3 months from now, and your other little voice is gonna say, how could you possibly do that? Ignore it. Ignore the voice and do the writing. So career money. I'm going to give you some fodder. I'm going to give you some ideas to start thinking about what you could possibly use, okay? How has a successful career in business changed your life? What is your rank? And the details, the devil's in the details. So maybe if you're a diamond now, I was so excited when I promoted to green diamond in the month of X, right? And you fill in the blank. What is your monthly income? When I saw the check for blank and showed it to blank, we both went, like, let's go get the V quick and let's have some really good champagne, all right? Or whatever your tea of choice is. So monthly income. And if you do go out and celebrate the night you promote to that next rank, where did you go? What did you eat? What did you wear? How did you laugh? Like, you really want to make it real. It's the details. What skills have you mastered that used to be hard? Some of you get started in the idea of doing a Zoom, can't even imagine it. Some of you get started in talking to new people, you can't imagine. Or doing a biz op, you can't imagine. And so what skills have you mastered? Oh my gosh, I nailed it on the Superfood Social the other day. Never thought I would get in front of the group, but I nailed it. In fact, they all came up to me and said it was one of the best Superfood Socials ever. And I was wearing an outstanding outfit and I felt so pretty up there and it was just marvelous. I was empowered. Like whatever your personality is, however you feel about it. Okay? How do you positively impact your team and your customers? Because this is fundamentally service driven. What do you love most about your success? Think about that. Are you proud of yourself? You out of a job you didn't like, you have more time with your family, more time with your kids. Are you traveling? Are you helping your parents out? Are you able to save? Did you pay off the debt? I mean, there's so many things. How has your life changed? Put in those details. So what do you love about your success? Do you like working from home, having more time to work out, and then weave in your business? What are you doing that you enjoy and want more of? This is a driver.